Sometimes I forget that I am just a voice on a radio, and there may be nobody even listening to my voice. Am I even making noise at all at this point? I mean, am I a nice person at this point? Nice people are so vulnerable because they don't know how to be mean. They don't know how to put themselves at the top. Do I know how to be mean? Do I know how to put myself on top? It's almost like I'm putting something on top. I get obsessive about it and I forget entirely how I fucking feel and think. I think part of the reason why we hold on to something so tightly is because we fear something as great won't happen twice. And I had the choice. I could either let the darkness afterwards swallow me, or I could do what I could to help make the world a little bit brighter. So I try making it a little brighter by being obsessive about the challenge Phoenix underground society and serving justice to those who need it. We're so desperate to be understood. We forget to be understanding. We forget to see what's underneath the mask that we put on, metaphorically speaking. Of course, we don't actually put on a mask. It's just a facade in different explanations and words that we choose to describe it. How much sorrow can I take? Blackboard on my shoulder. And what difference does it make when my facade is gone? White noise. What an awful sound. Bubbling by rogue river. Feel my feet above the ground. We rip out so much of ourselves to be cured of things faster than we should, that we go bankrupt by age 30 and have less time to offer each time we start with someone new. But to feel nothing so as not to feel anything. What a waste! We had the stars, you and I, and this is given once only. Now, tell me, glorious misfit, is it better to speak or to die? Because time makes us sentimental. Perhaps in the end, it is because of time that we suffer. I suddenly realized that we're on borrowed time, that time is only borrowed, and that the lending agency exacts its premium precisely when we are least prepared to pay and need to borrow more. So, call me by your name, and I'll call you by mine. The sky is the line. The skyline is our limit, and we decide if we build the ladder to the sky. All you gotta do is look at my back as I lead the way to success, or try to because I can try, fail, and try again and until I succeed. I love winning, baby. I want it all. I wanna prove that I got the balls. Success is the only everything I understand. Head back to the place I grew up in and do what I gotta do. If you understand what I mean, fall out in the cold starlight. I can't save you if you do. To save you, all you gotta do, light up in the middle of the day. For how else you can see me? Ease up the hunter from the prey. You will never walk alone. You will never ever walk alone. Glorious Misfit. I can't promise now. I am still debating what corners I should add to the radio show. Maybe a little geographic corner. I still on the idea of with an educational corner or corner for music. I should do little covers of songs I found and show the covers to you guys. I hope it's a good idea, Glorious Misfits. And now, our poetry corner. I am a different color now, a different hue on the wheel. I was once different. I felt like a garden that lacked care in decades. Now I am a garden full of life and vibrant colors. I was once an angel. Am I now a god? I left my body back at Boston just for the sake of it. Should I come back for it? Lose my hue as I blankly stare at the sun, a fire of colors burning inside me. Should I let it out? I let my heart stop as I hear the radio static and started those who don't understand what the radio wants. A rhythm that calls my name placed on a speaker, a dance of light that once flickered is now burning up in flames. A whisper of rebellion is whispered in the depths of night. I gathered the pieces that I scattered around like petals and rebuild it like a puzzle. Figuring out who I am. Figuring out what hue I am now. I am a different color now, vibrating like a whirlpool of emotions in one heart. A sage that sees underneath the facade of some, but leaves some to figure it out. A slow dance with the ghosts of yesterday. In the quiet moments I found grace in acceptance of who I was, before learn to accept who I am now. My eyes are made of green acid, and my tongue is sharp with spite of yellow lemonade. Attention whore with too much pride. There's no one I wouldn't fight. I don't like confrontation, but I'm staring at the sun. I won't quit until my eyes go red. I'll finish what is begun. Enemies to lovers, but you'll never own my heart. One-sided is pathetic. How you think you're being smart? Worthless parents make stupid kids. The apple never strays. Your cautiousness never compromised, and ego never praised. And I am a different color now, a different hue on the wheel. I am not the same anymore. I hope you enjoyed that, Glorious Misfit. That piece made my mood a little lighter, like a weight that was lifted off my shoulders. I really hope you like that, the Glorious Misfit. You probably want an update on this Michael, don't you? You probably waited for the entire entire episode. Well, I did speak to him yesterday, and there is something strange. He started talking about underground society like the immortal sickles, Hollow Order, Assembly of Ghosts, and Cyber Brotherhood, I think, Sisterhood of Judgment, and something with Division of Justice. I don't know, like most of these societies. I was shocked when Michael started talking about those societies and how interested they were. It sounded a little weird when he spoke of that, but he also sounded concerning. I am concerned when we got all that information. I guess he is a friend who's very knowledgeable about the topic, so I listened a little bit to him. Division of Justice sounds the most interesting out of all of them, in my opinion. Like, why? Why exactly did they name themselves the Division of Justice? What kind of justice do they deliver? I guess I won't know until I'll eventually figure out that somehow Michael also invited me to hang out with him at a skate park, just him and me, at midnight yesterday. I refused, obviously, because I didn't want to risk anything. Me and Michael knew each other for a short amount of time. I won't meet someone one-on-one at midnight if we know each other for a short period of time, so I had a good reason to refuse. But it sounds so strange of him. Maybe he's excited he got a new friend. Maybe, but I don't know what he feels exactly. I'm not that of a genius. Other than that, I don't got much to update. See you next episode, Glorious Misfit. See you next episode, and have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. You will burn and you will burn out. You will burn and you will burn out. You will be healed and come back again. Hello, Glorious Misfits, and welcome to another episode of the Mudblood Radio. I hope you're doing well. I got more information about the mission that will be happening in Smith Falls. It will happen in about 2 weeks. I was fully listening to the meeting. I just know that desperation gives the void a name, a face it didn't ask for. And you got the same eyes as your father. You know that I'm talking to you. And you carry the same kind of temper too. But a shame for the people of the community. The community's favorite things are a good fight and a drama to live for. And just like your father, you'll never change. Forget what I said. Either way, like I was just saying, the mission is in 2 weeks more or less, and like I mentioned before, I am a distractor. I am a deceiver. Since I lived in Smith Falls in the past and know way too much about Smith Falls, so I'll be a perfect candidate for that role. And you will always be the sun you never see in the night, but you hear its song from the morning birds. Well, I'm not even the moon, I'm not even a star, You know who I am, but when I will awake at night, I will be singing to the birds. This is what you'll get when you mess with us. He buzzes like a fridge. He's like a detuned radio that buzzes in the middle of the night. A book sits on the top of a clean and messy blanket on a bed that fucking creaks at night when I get in it late. And late at night I'm chugging Caloade. I don't wanna get over it. I wanna get under it instead. Harvey here. You know who you are. I know who I'm talking to. Where have you buried all your children? Tell me, so I'll say. All the arrows that you've stolen, split in half, now bombed and broken like your heart that was so eager to be hidden. You can't keep them all caged. They will fight and run away. Forest walls and starry ceilings, barren curtains that you're weaving, like the stories that you keep inside your head. They can't keep them all safe, I get it. Though they all wanted to make us feel like we belong to something important, making an impression in the world, because like we're all waiting for something to change. Patience can kill you. Patience kills. Patience kills, buddy. And I feel like my patience has been killed already. They say the whole game went pop, so I'm back. I'm going to get back at you. I know I sound really insane this recent episode. This recent few episodes, but who can fucking blame me? I feel like I've gone to hell and back these past couple of months, and for what? It's been all because I found this forsaken radio, didn't I? Everything has gone wrong here because I found this radio. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm fucking wrong. Sorry, I got too carried away. I feel insane, like I don't feel understood. Will I ever be understood? That Orgo couldn't clean a dust bunny with a blowtorch. By Orgo, I mean the founder of Smil Falls. I sometimes think that he made for Smil Falls to end like it did. I mean, come on, an isolated town. It makes everyone go insane. Look at me. I make myself sound insane, and I feel like I'm going haywire. I mean, I do want to feel normal, but what do normal people feel? I'm gonna die someday. I'm going to die someday. And it's funny because it's true. You and I changed the scenery, but not the fucking situation. And the founder makes house calls. He makes house calls, and everybody knows. Everybody knows. I'm so dumb. I think I should get my mind off this. I think it's time for poetry. You still have a lot of time to make yourself what you want. Make the most of the best and the best of the worst, and keep your standards high. Never settle for anything less than you deserve or are capable of achieving. Life is a game that we play, experiencing the highs and lows, of testing them and examining them. Learn to embrace the history that shapes you. Every event that happens is a lesson that we make, and we'll make the same mistake over and over again until we learn the lesson. The mistake tried teaching us a haunting symphony that will not be silenced. We find truth as we search for fragments of our souls, walking the pathway forged through the chaos to clarity. Sometimes you already know the answer, you're just not ready to accept it yet. Feeling everything and nothing all at once as you walk down the pathway that clarity forged you in the chance of clarity. You still have a lot of time to make yourself what you want, a vibrant tapestry of resilience woven into the skin. I chase the echoes of what could have been. I chase the echoes of what should have been. I desire to reach the stars. Doubt wash over my spine as I reach the stars. If I become one, will I eventually explode? You still have a lot of time to make yourself what you want. This piece I made makes me think that I couldn't ever change the past, that I'm not making this podcast to change the past, that I'm here to change the future, my future. It's the only thing I could change after all. Thank you for listening, Glorious Misfits. And Michael is pretty decent, still creepy with his knowledge of underground societies, but it shows that he's intelligent, so it's sort of subtle out of the red flag of knowledge of underground societies. He told me that some underground societies had a cameo or did interviews on TV, so I now understand where he's coming from. I'm still a little scared that he knows about the Phoenix Underground Society that I don't know, and I will need to be wary of him. I shouldn't open up to him yet, possibly after the mission, but now I will be secretive. And overall, that's it for now. See you next time, Glorious Misfits. See you next episode. There are things you haven't seen yet, Glorious Misfit. There are things that are hidden right underneath your nose, and you haven't realized it. And welcome into another episode of the radio show. Glorious Misfits, how are you feeling? Good, I surely hope so. Next week is the mission. Am I excited? I sure am. Because sometimes the smallest things take the most room in your heart, and this radio show has taken over my entire heart. I didn't realize how much I was affected from this radio show, how much it made me feel like that anyone can be a voice behind the radio, like something I saw online. Anyone can wear a mask. Also, yeah, I have a social media presence now. I have a TikTok, YouTube, and a Twitter or X. All the same name, by the way. I mainly use these social medias to promote and market my radio show. Didn't quite work yet. Maybe I'll try a little harder. I'll actually make it to the top tiers. Like, welcome to Night Vale! Sometimes it feels better not to talk at all about anything to anyone, because some people are going to leave, but that's not the end of your story or my story. That's the end of their part in your or my story, and you don't know if they will reveal information about you that is sacred and you shared, and they revealed it to others for many reasons. It isn't actually justified, isn't it? Secrets aren't made to be shared. Secrets aren't made to be revealed. We don't have a lot of time. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. Worrying won't stop bad things from happening. It only stops you from enjoying the good. Going somewhere? Same. I sure hope you're not going anywhere far. And I'll have a drink wistfully, look out my window and watch the sun set on the lake, cause that's the way the life, that's just the way life goes. I push my luck, it shows. Roll my windows up, darling, roll them windows up. Never let them see the color that appears outside. I know that Phoenix and Nagal Society saw something the rest of us cannot. They will bring change, and if the consequences, I'll be the helping hand. I may not understand it, but I trust them. That's precious. Either way, I might be down, and they are the threat of death, or they might be the threat of death for severe force, but that doesn't weigh heavily enough on my shoulders or my mind. My trust is probably not keep my people alive, but who cares? Places like severe forts are meant to be burned down, like the next door adventure. The next door adventure is close, only a week away. Was he excited? Am I the only person that excited? That would suck if I was the only person that was excited. Now on to a poetry corner. In a vale where the shadows dance and play, nestled low by the brook and the bay, stood a town once bright with laughter and song, where all tales of cheer would surely belong. But shadows turned cold as the sun dipped low, when whispers of sorrow began to grow. A citizen, lost in the echoes of time, bore a heart filled with anger, a spirit in grime. He wandered the streets where his youth has thrived. Now haunted by memories, he felt deprived. The warmth of his skin, the joy of the feast, all faded to ash. His spirit decreased. With a heart full of rage, he plodded with care to ignite the old flames that once filled the air. Under moon's watchful eye, he struck with a spark as the flames leapt to life, igniting the dark. The roofs caught ablaze like a phoenix anew, consuming the dreams of each child that he knew. The crackle of timber, the screams and the breeze, as despair turned to fury, and hope fell to knees. Yet, in the heart of the fire, a truth did emerge. Amidst the chaos, compassion would surge. The townsfolk united, their bonds held so tight. In the face of the darkness, they fought for the light. In the ashes of sorrow, a spirit was found. For even in ruin, love still was unbound. Together they rose, hand in hand, side by side, rebuilding their home with a newfound pride. So he dwelled the tale of the flames that once raged, a town reborn from the past it has staged. For even in anguish, when the faces do frown, hope will endure, even when the town burned down. I hope you enjoyed that, Glorious Misfit. I hope you found that amusing, enjoyable, or somewhat entertaining. I won't do the little sing-song corner this week. I'll probably do it in every 2 weeks or none at all. I don't know. I also wonder if feels really goes away, or if they just lose their power over us. Because everyone has or had fears. Fears of the dark, the unknown, the sea, fires, and the list goes on. But when we reach a point that we aren't afraid of our supposed fears, only had power over us because we didn't know how to control it, or we just too scared to face them. Anyways, about Michael. He showed interest in the immortal sequels underground society and talked to me about it for at least 30 minutes. That's suspicious, but I let that slide. Afterwards, before I started, I told Sam and Jill the information and they wrote it down. It's probably vulnerable for them and the underground society, so 5 points to Gryffindor. Otherwise, I don't have much to update. See you next episode, Glorious Misfit.